see the numbers on Correa. One of his appearances was out of the bullpen. That was Saturday against the Colorado Rockies. Clint Hurdle found himself in a little bit of trouble down there with his bullpen. And he did make a start against Cincinnati and then again against Atlanta, which was a victory. Inside, ball 4, and Weeks draws the walk, so not just a long at bat. Gomez into shallow left, and Tabata will run it down for the out, and Weeks took off too far to race back to the bag. He is just in there. And Braun to the opposite field. Long run for Diaz. Weeks is going to tag, and he'll stop. Diaz makes a nice play for out number 2. National League Player of the Week for Prince Fielder. Little bouncer over to Overbay, and Correa is out of the first despite a leadoff walk. Felt he would hit for some power at some point as Markham strikes him out.
And when he was doing that about a week ago, he would have a little bit of a setback, but he's coming along nicely.
Cedeno makes a nice play. The throw in time to get Betancourt. The Pirates from the Atlanta Braves. And does that very well. Opposite field hitter. Katse toward the line. He's got it. Nice catch up against the railing. As Mark Katse brings it in for out number 2.
Yeah, that was a beauty by Katse. He just kept drifting further and further. That ball was slicing a little bit further away from him.
Bit of a down season last year. Another jam shot. And 2 pitchers. This is most unusual.
Everybody's where there should be.
And so Markham strikes him out. Only fitting. Now Markham strikes out Correa. Carlos Gomez will lead off, hits that one hard into left field. Tabata is back, and he's got it for the out. As Braun strikes out Correa, picks up his first strikeout. 2 gone in the inning, and here is Prince Fielder now. Full count to McGee. And they'll ask if he went. No, he didn't. Just off the plate. Casey draws the walk. And Correa wanted the called strike 3.
That was another cut fastball. You can see it was just a little bit off the corner. You can't see it there, but it looked like Casey held up.
Katse into center field, and McCutchen is there for the out. First out of the 5th.
Baseball's going to miss him.
McGee takes off, and the throw is in time. Maybe a missed sign there. You don't see Casey McGee try to steal bases, and it looks like a botched hit and run attempt.
Yeah, it took Doman forever to get rid of that baseball, and he had all kinds of problems last year throwing out base runners. I mean, look how long it takes Doman to get rid of it.
Bottom of the 5th inning from PNC. First ball swinging, Lyle Overbay, and there is the first hit of the game. Overbay jumps on the first pitch from Markham. From one former Blue Jay to another. Now it's Matt Diaz. He swings at the first pitch and a base hit. Back-to-back hits for the Pirates on 2 pitches.
First pitches for both fastballs and both base hits.
With guys like Weeks and Hart and Hardy, as Markham strikes out Pedro Alvarez. A big K for Sean Markham for the first out of the 5th inning.
Well, you get the out, you don't advance the base runners. Now a double play ball gets him out of the inning. Great changeup by Markham.
Into left, and Ryan Braun right there. So it's Cedeno.
You know, that wasn't a problem for him to get back.
Lucroy sends one into the left center field gap. That is going to get down and go all the way to the point. 410 feet away. Lucroy around second will stop there with a double. An extra base hit gives Markham a chance to bunt him over, and a good bunt down the third base line. Correa thought Alvarez was there for him, and that's going to go as a base hit for Sean Markham.
Well, what happened was Alvarez was yelling 3-3-3, and Correa thought he was saying, "I got it."
Into shallow right. Back is Walker, and he makes the catch. What a play that was. Neil Walker, an excellent play. Gets it back to the infield quickly. Lucroy, as Gomez sends one to right. Over is Diaz. He's got a good arm. Lucroy will tag. Here comes the throw. Lucroy's in there. Carlos Gomez gives the Brewers the lead with a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Topic of discussion from yesterday as Braun rips one into left center field. A base hit for Ryan Braun. So the Brewers, with their third time through the batting order now, starting to get their licks in against Kevin Correa. Fielder would just as soon have him jog around. That one's hit high in the air, deep center field. McCutchen at the track, at the wall. There she goes. Prince Fielder, an impressive home run. Deep left center field on a night like this. Wow. 3-run homer for Fielder.
Some kind of power for the big fella. Boy, to hit one to the opposite field in this ballpark on a night like tonight.
Very much a hitter-friendly park. As Jose Bautista. Neil Walker in the air. Betancourt is back. Out number 2. A lot of fly ball outs. In the air, right field. Kotze coming in hard. He's got it. Mark Kotze. There's a lot of ground to cover here in Pittsburgh. Oh, that eats up Alvarez. Recovering is Cedeno, not in time. Kotze legs it out.
Yeah, those are the kind of errors that'll drive a manager and an organization crazy.
2 balls and a strike. And that one's hit well. Deep left center field. Tabata's on the run, and that one is off the base of the wall. Here comes Morgan around third. He's going to try to score. The throw from Cedeno. Morgan plows into Domit, and he's safe at home.
Unbelievable. Is he tough or what? I'm telling you, that is something else. That's some kind of effort from Nigel Morgan. He crashes right into Domit. Domit hangs right in there. Had the baseball, but it was jarred loose when Nigel crashed into him. Not afraid of contact. We talked about that. Boy, Eddie Cedar very aggressive, sending him with nobody out. Check this out. Look out. That is a tough customer number 2 right there.
Wow. Prado's already appearing in his 6th game for the Buccos.
They had a rough outing on Sunday, walked 3 batters and gave up a base hit. A lot of baseball players will have a collision at the plate and really don't have their heart into it. They do it somewhat begrudgingly. Nigel Morgan looks as though he enjoys it and knows how to do it.
But here is Sean Markham now. Betancourt still over at third base. And a bouncer. Betancourt's coming to the plate, and Cedeno cannot get it out of his glove. So Betancourt scores, and Sean Markham has his first RBI as a Brewer. And it is 6-0.
Hey, talk about good defense. It's not just errors, right? I mean, they do have the one error. That was the ground ball off the glove of Alvarez, but Brewers taking off, and don't think that the reputation of the Brewers didn't have something to do with Cedeno bobbling that baseball.
Cedeno dives, no chance to get the Speedy Weeks. That'll be an infield hit. And Ricky is aboard for the 2nd time. Inning is extended here in the 7th. Out to Cedeno. Goes the easy way. Into left center, and that's trouble. Braun able to cut it off. Diaz gonna, nope, he'll stop. He made a big turn around first and a wild throw in from Braun. But Braun cutting it off holds him to a single. Interleague against the Red Sox. Shallow left. Braun dives, can't get it. And that'll be a base hit for Alvarez. That ball was in the air a while.
Yeah, Betancourt gave up on it too soon.
Ground ball. Fielder to Betancourt covering the bag. Back to first. Markham is there. 3-6-1 double play.
Not allowed a home run and a .304 opponent batting average. Resop tossed 3 scoreless innings Friday night against Colorado. That counted on, right?
That's right. Good point. As McGee goes down on strikes, good fastball from Resop. See the numbers on Zach Braddock, who makes his 5th appearance of the season tonight.
Yeah, Zach retired the first 9 batters of the season before allowing a run in the 9th inning on Friday against the Cubs. 46 appearances last year out of the bullpen from Milwaukee.
Cedeno draws the walk. Not what you want with a nice lead in the late innings. As Braddock walks. You're always thinking you're a next level guy. As that gets away from Lucroy. And a shaky start to the 8th inning for Braddock.
Yeah, spiking a slider down and in.
And needs a strike here against the pinch hitter. He gets it. McGee's got it. And Pierce is retired. Lost him. The second walk issued by Braddock. We are in the late innings here at PNC. Bottom of the 8th. Pirates have 2 on. Cameron Lowe is in with 1 out, facing Neil Walker. In there for a strike. Cameron Lowe rings up Neil Walker for a first strikeout. Another 3-2 pitch. And that one's hit in the air to deep center, but not deep enough. Not on a night like this. Evan Meek returning after a few games on the shelf. Meek had a shoulder.
These guys get before games and before series.
Meek strikes out Lucroy, who finishes 1 for 4 in his return to the big league lineup. Stetter making his 4th appearance of the season.
He's given up 1 run in 1 1/3 innings.
It's the Braves and the Cubs as Alvarez goes deep into right field, but there is Morgan, and that's your ball game and another shutout. The Brewers pick up their 3rd shutout of the season, and a well-played game on both sides here today, Rock.
Well, great to see Sean Markham after experiencing some problems with that shoulder in spring training. A rocky first outing in Cincinnati. He's looked very good his last 2 times out. Very encouraging for Sean Markham.
A combined 4-pitcher shutout